So to start things off, let's talk about some recent news that's happened. I'm sure a lot of folks have heard about this at this point. Apple has been served an order by the UK to basically give them the keys to the castle on decrypting all private data that is encrypted to iCloud's backups. This is obviously insane, but Apple's going to continue to try to fight this, and if they have to pull out of the UK for their encrypted backups, that would be a tremendous loss for everybody. But it looks like the UK is going to be pushing it a little bit harder, trying to demand access for all encrypted backups, which is downright insane. So this bit of news is relevant to Q only for one real important reason. Q is an American company. Q Inc. is incorporated in Delaware. We do not have any presence or jurisdiction in the UK, and so if we were ever served such an order like this, we would tell them in less than polite words to fuck off. Very similarly, if such a move was ever tried to be pushed upon us from the United States, that would be a very interesting situation, but it'd be one that I would fight to my dying breath. So, with that, I want to mention why this news is still important for Q, regardless of the fact that it doesn't directly affect the project or Q Inc. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there is a trend that has happened in the field of crypto where a lot of projects have started to introduce privacy to their projects. And the way that they introduce privacy to their projects has been mostly through what I consider to be a parlor trick. What they're using is trusted execution environments, or TEEs. There are a lot of projects that are relying on this to provide what they consider to be an adequate level of privacy. The problem with TEEs, beyond the fact that practically every TEE that has ever been in existence has been broken, is the fact that TEEs are operated by a company. Like, some company is hosting this in their server environments, and they are serving it to whatever company is essentially using that TEE to fulfill whatever service they're trying to actually do. And the problem with that is that if those TEEs happen to be in regions where said governments are now demanding keys to the castle, the whole purpose of providing privacy through TEEs is a moot point, regardless of whether or not it has been compromised. You can effectively consider it compromised from that point forward. And that's really the crux of the matter with what's wrong with TEEs. And so there's a few projects that have been making use of TEEs, and I have a great deal of respect for the teams that are involved in these projects, and I understand that they're making certain trade-offs, but those trade-offs are essentially saying that because doing things in a privacy-preserving manner in a way that uses mathematics rather than like the easy route of a trusted execution environment is too hard or too slow for their purpose. And rather than actually try to improve those things or learn how to use those things, they're choosing the easy route. And so by consequence, they are now putting themselves in a lot of danger. That danger also extends to certain regulatory issues too, as I've talked about previously with wallet as a service providers. And so this is actually going to be a very interesting episode, if you'll call this, where one of the things that we're going to discuss in demo today is going to be something that is right in the heart of that particular jurisdiction issue, the topic of whether or not you can use trusted execution environments to keep things private and still be compliant with certain laws